I'm Joe Monastero. I'm an agency builder inside the Steve Houston Super Region, and we work inside of the Integrity Equus insurance marketing organization. Today I'm going to show you how it's possible to build both a $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month part-time income within 18 months. Actually, $5,000 within 12 months or $10,000 within 18 months, purely on mortgage protection. Today we're in a situation with COVID-19 where people, families are struggling. Many 25,000 people have died as a result of the virus here in the U.S. At least the same number, if not more, are critically ill or chronically ill now because of the virus, and families are displaced because of lost incomes, not just because they were laid off, but also because of loss of life. And many of these people, of course, less than 50% of the people in the country are insured properly, and homes are going to be lost, etc. So what we do is we protect families that ask to be protected, and we also help people like you that are looking to make a replacement income due to the loss of the income you've suffered as a result of the COVID virus. Many people, 35 million people in the country, are now out of work. So today we're going to talk about details by the numbers, real numbers, how you do this. By the way, just to be clear, this is not some multi-level marketing scam. This is an insurance company, insurance agency, and insurance marketing agency, the biggest in the country. It is multi-level marketing in that a real estate is multi-level marketing. There's a broker and there's an agent. The opportunity is to build an agency if you choose to. The opportunity is to be an agent if you choose to. You don't have to do one or the other. If you get 10 and they get 10 and they get 10 and they get 10 is not what we do here. Our objective is to protect families. We sell annuities, we sell life insurance, we sell college planning, we sell income replacement, etc. So it's the thing I'm going to focus on today is helping people protect their homes and also helping people get some new forms of income. So let's get started. Fundamentally, this is the lowest cost, one of the lowest cost businesses, big businesses that you can get into in the country. It costs about $200 or so to get your license in most states. And then the only other cost you have is to pay for leads. Equus and Integrity market companies, people that are interested in protecting their homes. They get responses back from these people saying, yes, I'd like more information about your services. Equus and the 30 A+ rated carriers we have cutting edge protection products, premium return products, income replacement products, disability riders, etc. So we have the best products in the industry to offer these people, and that's often why we get responses back saying, yes, please contact me. So you do pay for those leads that are generated to reimburse partially the cost associated with Equus or Integrity. And as you can see on the top left here, I have 3 different types of leads. The leads are based on the age of the leads. It could be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, etc. A leads are the most recent, so they're kind of the hottest people that are most interested. Over time, those leads don't get consumed and they become B leads, and B leads become C leads, just depending on the agents that pick up the leads and what they do with them, etc. So you can see the costs associated with these leads are different, and we generally recommend that new agents start with B and C leads. If you are starting a business and you have several $1,000s to invest in the business versus hundreds, we often recommend that you consider some A leads as well. But in this scenario, I'm going to work with B's and C leads, and as a result, you can see that the number of appointments you get per lead is diminished based on the time the lead has been in the market, the number of visits you get per appointments attempted, and the actual contract ratio, the closing ratio, changes with the lead. So that just means you spend less money, you work a little bit harder on the phone to get the appointments, people are hard to reach, etc. But once you have the appointments, the closing ratio is basically the same. And you've spent a lot less money up front. The average policy rate with the company is about $1,180, $1,200. And if you do decide to build an agency with agents that work with you, they will typically make, the active agent will typically make about 3 sales per month. So you'll have inactive agents in your organization, you'll have active agents, and if an agent is active, they'll typically make 3 sales. So that's the assumptions we're working on. Also, we're making assumption that for every time you meet a couple, you're probably going, every other time you meet a couple, you're probably going to close 2 sales, because you'll get one for the husband and wife. So rather than a 50% closing ratio, overall it averages out to about a 75% closing ratio because of the doubles you're going to get every once in a while. So here we're going to talk about, again, as I said, $5,000 and $10,000, part-time agency, 3 visits per week, 5 sales per month. You can see this is part-time, basically 1 sale per week. And over the course of 18 months, you're going to help 5 additional agents join the business. Okay, so here's how it looks. You can see on top we have promotions and the commission rate. The standard commission rate entering the company is 70%. That can go all the way up to 110%. And that is on the annual premium value of the contract you make. So if you make a contract for $1,000, your annual commission is going to be $700 for that contract, which is great. It's even better that the company pays 75% of that money up front. So you can see that 75% of 700 would turn out to be about $500 up front within the first 3 to 5 days of creating the contract, which is fantastic. So over the course of time, as you build the number of policies delivered in any given month through yourself, personal efforts, or through the efforts of your team, you can see that the commission rates actually increase, and that's the way you get to ultimately, objectively, 110%, which is a fantastic rate. So let's start with $5,000 a month. And how can you work 10 to 15 hours a week and create an income relatively quickly that's $5,000 a month with that amount of effort, without changing that amount of effort? So here we're going to show you that you're going to acquire B and C leads to the total of 250 throughout the course of this conversation, okay? At some point in time, you'll start to get more B leads because you're better at it, your closing ratios are higher with B leads, and you're building capital to invest in those leads. Many agents will start with more B leads here. In fact, some agents, as I mentioned, that have capitalization to build their business will start with some A leads. But you don't have to, and you're going to see that right here. So here I'm going to purchase 250 leads, and because of these closing ratios up here that are combined, I'm going to get about 17 appointments confirmed, and I'm going to actually visit about 9 people out of those 17. Not everyone will be home. They make an appointment in future months. They'll change their mind, whatever the case is. But you're going to have about 9 prospects visit, and you're going to close about 4 sales out of those 9 visits. Here you can see, and that's because the closing ratios are a little bit lower as you move down the B and C lead list. So in the first 12 months, you're going to go from 4 sales to 5 sales per month. So 1 to a little bit more than 1 per week. And that's primarily because you're shifting your strategy to buy a few more B leads here. Your annual policy value on those 4 sales based on 1180 is $4,700, and that is going to go to $5,900 with 5 sales. Your commission rate is 70%, and your upfront commission on your personal annual policy value, you can see, climbs to about $3,900. It starts at $2,500 for the first month with 4 sales, and it climbs to $3,900 over the course of the first 12 months. As I mentioned, you get 75% of your commission in advance, and you get the remaining 25% in months 10, 11, and 12. So this is 25% from month 1. This is 25% from month 1 and 2. And this is 25% from month 1, 2, and 3. It's split up over the course of the month. So you can see that I'm adding, as I add months, I'm getting actually 3 months of a back end here. So now my total gross monthly income is $6,461. It starts at $2,500. I'm also paying for leads, and here you can see the cost of the leads goes from $700 to $1,000 because at the end of the year I'm buying more B leads, which are a little bit more expensive. But here you can see my net income. Net income is $1,800 the first 3 months, a little bit less in months 4 and 5 because I started buying some B leads and didn't change my number of sales. But now I'm starting to change my number of sales, and I'm also changing my commission basis because I'm bringing some people into the group. So you'll see that here is my net income, personal net income, by the end of month 12, you can see I'm at $5,000 net. But that's not the end of it. So let's keep going here. As I mentioned, we're going to start to add in. If you want to build an agency, you're going to start to add some team members. And I'm saying you're probably going to add one team member one new agent every 4 months. So at the end of the first year, you'll be working as an agent, a part-time agency, with 4 agents inside the agency. They're all going to be at 70% in general. If they're outstanding, they could be higher than that. That's great because if they're successful, that's good for them. It's good for you. But what they're going to do is on average, they're going to make about 3 sales. These are active agents, make about 3 sales per month, and that is going to contribute policy value to your total policy value, you plus your team up here. So, your personal policy value you can see is above that, but by the time you have 5 agents, you're adding to that policy value. And you're going to get, your commission rate is increasing over time, and it's increasing because if any 90-day period you keep your level above a certain one of these, inside a certain one of these brackets, your commission will jump for the following months. So for example, you can see that here, I've averaged more than 7,500 for 3 months in a row. The following month, my commission rate jumps to 75. Similarly here, you can see 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 plus. The following month, my commission rate jumps to 80 and ultimately to 90. You're going to get an override on your agents between the difference between your commission rate and their commission rate. So it's a spread. And you can see that spread goes to $2,100 by the end of 12 months. So here's the bottom line in 12 months. With an agency, you've got 4 agents inside the agency. That's actually just 3 when it really matters for most of the year, and now 4 by the end of the 12th month. Here's where you started in net income, and you can see that net income growing every month to the point where in month 11, you're at $5,000 a month. So here's the scenario. You've worked 10 to 15 hours a week, and you've brought in for 3, at this point in time, 11th month, 3 agents that are interested in doing the same thing, helping protect families and replacing a terrible income situation, renting their income from an employer versus owning their income internally. And now you're at $5,000 per month. So this is net income. It's above and beyond your costs to build your business, and you can see, more importantly, by month 12, this income is $7,500 per month. So that just carries over. Now I'm at 5 sales per month in month 12. I'm also 4 agents by the time I get to month 13, 14, 15. I'm sorry. You can see that I have 5 agents. Nothing else has changed. Nothing else has changed. I'm doing 10 to 15 hours a week. I'm talking to the same number of people. I'm making the same number of sales. Of course, this will change. You'll probably start to switch to A leads and B leads versus C leads, and your closing ratios will go up, and this will probably go up to 6 or 7 or 8, even 8 sales. But I'm using the basic scenario that after year 1, nothing changes. And just fix that. You can see that what the result is that between month 13 and 24, your personal income on your business goes to $7,500 per month. So that's how you can make $7,500 without any agents. And here you can see that your net team income, your net income including your agency, let's call it agency income, goes to $10,000 in month 12, 13, 14, 15, in month 15. By month 24, you're at $15,000 a month in net income. So this is simple. This is math, by the way. It's just math. This business is not for everybody, but if you like to talk to people, if you like to help people, if you need a way to take control of your income for the rest of your life and not worry about getting laid off in a pandemic, this is for you. It's not hard. But if it was really, really easy, then just everybody would be doing it. And you have to, one, you have to be willing to put in the hours, in this case 10 to 15. You have to be consistent. You have to believe in the numbers. But it is a numbers game. We close on average 50% of every prospect we talk to. We close two people every other time we talk to them. And it's because what we're doing matters. We're giving people peace of mind and helping them protect their families. And while it starts with mortgage protection, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle there, including income replacement, disability, chronic and critical care, living benefits, etc. Annuities that we're all responsible for. So, I'm Joe Monastero. Like I said, I'm an agency builder inside of the Steve Houston super region. We have a fantastic team, about 1,200 agents nationwide. It doesn't matter where you live, you can join us. If you have any questions, if you like the video, thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, tell me why, and I can improve my efforts next time. And if you want to talk to me about this, find out more information, my email address is on the screen now. You can also click to call me, set up a time, and we can chat about the details, whether it's protecting your family against a COVID disaster and losing your home, or whether it's replacing income that's been lost, or securing your income for the rest of your life. Let me know. I'm here for you. Okay, thanks. It's been great. Take care. Bye-bye.